Welcome back to Intercalling Astrology and our weekly Starcast. What do the planets have to say this week? Monday and Tuesday. The Sun is still in active, curious, communicative Gemini. When we are under the influence of Gemini, we tend to move a little faster and think a bit quicker. And there's a tendency to spread one's attention too thinly. But with the moon now in Virgo, we're able to zoom in more on a particular thought or interest. We can maintain more focus and perhaps learn more about it or make some concrete headway in materializing the idea. Gemini and Virgo both are ruled by the same planet, Mercury. However, Gemini and Virgo have very different styles. Gemini is more of an independent, experiential learner who doesn't like to be schooled by anyone, while Virgo humbles itself to be mentored in order to learn and perfect a skill that is of service to others. Virgo's humility sometimes overreaches into self-judgment. So let's honor that Virgo tradition of self-improvement, competence, and service, but be mindful of self-criticism. Let's give ourselves a pat on the back for any efforts we make. This last suggestion about giving ourselves unconditional positive regard is especially relevant on Tuesday, when the moon makes a conjunction with the Virgo South Node. The remedy for the Virgoan South Node's tendency to self-flagellate is the Pisces North Node guidance to jump into God's ocean of unquestioning and unconditional love. And speaking of Mercury, the ruler of both Gemini and Virgo, Mercury is out of balance today and for the rest of the week. So that supports breaking out of conventional ways of thinking. This week's Mercury supports out-of-the-box thinking, problem solving, and adaptability, as you might find yourself more able to think on your feet as changing circumstances arise. Monday and Tuesday are favorable days to initiate projects or make important contacts for anything you'd like to see flourish. Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday, the moon moves from service-oriented, meticulous Virgo to relational, aesthetically oriented Libra. Libra wants harmony, beauty, and to take a deep breath. Wednesday, Jupiter makes a supportive aspect to Venus, enhancing cooperation and ease in relationships. This is also a supportive aspect for the appreciation of nature or art. Additionally, Venus is related to money. So Wednesday and Thursday could be favorable financially for anyone with planets at 29 degrees in the fire or air signs. Thursday, our powers of communication are enhanced by straight shooting, brave Mars, making a supportive aspect to Mercury. The only note of caution would be to stay candid and direct, but let the Libra moon keep you diplomatic. Wednesday, the moon is void from 7:12 a.m. to 9:39 a.m. So initiate contacts and connections only for things you'd like to discontinue. After 9:30 a.m. Wednesday and all day Thursday is unfavorable for making contacts and connections for anything you'd like to see flourish. Friday, the sun remains in inquisitive Gemini, and the moon is still in peace-loving Libra until 10:23 p.m., at which time it moves to Scorpio. Friday, the moon spends a lot of time aspecting Eris and Chiron, so this could stimulate uncomfortable feelings, as both Eris and Chiron represent karmic injuries we carry. If you get triggered today, remember, we're all entitled to our feelings, and we're all deserving of respect and inclusion. It may be helpful to reach out to someone you know who carries the same type of wounding. Today, Venus moves out of risk-taking, action-oriented, passionate Aries and moves into earthy, sensual, peace-loving Taurus until July 7th. Taurus encourages us to step back into our bodies and engage in some self-care. So take a long bath, get a massage, listen to some music, or walk in the woods, to name a few possibilities. Venus in Taurus also heightens our animal instincts. So listen closely to your gut intuitions during this period. Friday is not a favorable day to make contacts and connections for anything you'd like to see flourish. From 9:05 p.m. to 10:23 p.m., the moon is void. So make contacts and connections only for those things you'd like to discontinue. Saturday and Sunday. The moon is now in deep, intense, secretive, truth-telling Scorpio. These are good days for serious reflection. Favorable days to acknowledge, analyze, and feel those uncomfortable feelings that we'd rather ignore. As we summon that bravery and honesty to look under those emotional boulders, we heal and become a model and support for others. Sunday, Mercury is precisely conjunct Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion, and it's supporting the planet of communication. So this is an auspicious day for a conversation. Saturday and Sunday are favorable days to make contacts and plans for anything you'd like to see flourish. Thanks for watching. Tune in next Monday for the weekly Starcast. And remember, it's never too late to be who you are. This is Maxine of Inner Calling Astrology, wishing you a blessed week.